guys ready to sing? All right, here we go. In your flyer. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing joy today. Love. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing love today. How about some beauty? I'm choosing beauty today. I'm choosing beauty today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing beauty today. Peace. I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing peace today. Back to heaven. I'm choosing heaven today. Last time, sing it out. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. Last time together. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. All right, you guys sound awesome. Come on up here with us. No, there's no room. All right, let's definitely stand for the next one.
This one's gonna get a little funky, so I hope you guys are ready this morning for that.
We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in love.
You sing.
We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love.
All right, now we're gonna sing Join Together in Joy.
We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in joy. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in joy. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in joy. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in joy. Joy, 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 joined together, together in joy. Joy, 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 joined together, together in joy. Now take some of that joy and say hello to everyone around you.
All right, come back to your seats because we're gonna break it down and we need your help. Here we go.
We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in peace.
Clap your hands.
We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in peace.
You sing.
We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in peace. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in peace. Peace, 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 joined together, together in peace. Peace, 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 joined together, together in peace.
And then we're just gonna sing Join Together. Here we go.
Everybody sing join together.
You sing that part.
Join together. Join together, together in love. Join together, together in love. Join together, together in love.
Fun, fun, fun. Thank you, songbirds. Thank you. Let's give them a hand. Thank you. So pretty in pink. Am I on there? Yes. Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Capistrano Valley, where we are presently residing in this beautiful Baha'i Center. We are so blessed to be here. My name is Judy Chapman, and I am your assistant minister. And I've been gone for 3 weeks. Did you notice? Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad you noticed. I said the guy to my gate, I said, I'm back. He said, where'd you go? Makes you feel loved. I went up north and visited my daughter, my grandson, and then went up to the log house that got saved from the fires and had a wonderful, relaxing time. So I'm back, and I'm happy to be here. And, when I was gone, I had a couple of people ask me a question, and I've had people ask me this question before. What's the difference between religion and spirituality? So one of our religious science ministers wrote this, or posted this, so I don't know who wrote it. Religion worships God. Spirituality encourages oneness with God. Religion, God is outside of you. Spirituality, God is within you. Religion separates people who have different beliefs. Spirituality unites people regardless of their belief. Religion teaches people to be afraid of hell. And spirituality unites people regardless. Spirituality teaches people to create heaven or hell right here on the planet. Religion is based on fear and restriction, and spirituality is based on love and freedom. Religion feels like being a single drop in the ocean, where spirituality knows that you are the entire ocean in a drop. Religion is based on others' experiences, while spirituality is based on your personal experience. I thought that was a great definition. I like that. So, I'm religious and spiritual, so I'm kind of both of those things. So, and aren't we all most of everything together? So we're going to start the service as we do every Sunday morning with the flames of faith. And we perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples, all sentient beings, come from the one great universal presence that we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and belief, which we honor here today. We light the candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and the practices of all indigenous peoples. We light the candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and the path of peace. We light the candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And as our practitioner, Faith Mackey, lights that last candle, please let it represent the path that brought you to this service this morning. And now let us take 2 minutes of sacred silence.
So I invite you to take a deep, beautiful, refreshing breath. And just know that this breath that you're inhaling in is the breath that created you, the breath that gave you life. And each and every breath that you take is a breath that keeps you living your life, keeping you here alive and well and letting your light shine. So I know that there is only one, and this one I call God, and God is right here, right now. God is everywhere present. God is in, through, and back of everything. So I know that this presence that I call God is love, unconditional, pure love. God is peace, and God is harmony. God is strength, and God is power. God is creativity, and God is abundance, and God is so much more that I haven't even mentioned. And I know that all these God qualities, I am one with God. God is I am. And this is the truth of who I am. This is the truth of each and every one of us. Every one of us is one with God, and every one of us have been created from that little spark of light. And as I was lighting the candles, there was some candles that just didn't want to show its light. So I ask you, where in your life are you not showing your light? Where are you not showing up fully in life? Where are you not expressing the God within you? And to take a look at that and just notice, and choose the path that you want to be on, just by noticing where you're at and where you want to go. So I know that God is good, and we, as each individual, I am, you are, one with God. We are part of this whole wonderful creation. And so I choose to show up in life.
I choose to be part of it. I choose to allow Spirit to operate through me as me. I choose to show my light. I choose to show up in life. And so I know that we all have choice to do that if we choose. And we always can choose whatever path we want to be on. So just know that the universe always says yes to no matter what we're asking for. Whether at the time we think it's good or whether it's not really what we wanted, we can always change our mind. That's the beauty of the whole thing, is we have choice in life. We can choose to go and do and be the way that we choose. And we can change our mind at any time and choose again. So I am grateful for that awesome responsibility of choosing good for myself. I am grateful for each and every one of us for showing up today. I am grateful that we're all here on purpose. I am grateful that we all come together to serve and to love and to let our light shine. I say yes, and I release it with great joy into the law. And if you agree with me, then let's anchor it together by saying, and so it is. Thank you. So now I'm going to read the global vision, and it's not up on the wall. Okay, so it's in our little flyer here. I'll give you a minute to find it, okay? Okay, let's read it together. We see a world that works for all, where all life is honored as expression of divine, where prospers, where spiritual guidance is valued, and where there is peace, harmony, and justice for all. So the affirmation that we're going to read today is for the August 24th. Let's read it together. God's love is my love, and my love is resilient, and so it is.
Thank you so much, Faith. It's a beautiful prayer. Now it's with so much excitement and joy I'm welcoming to the platform our very own Melissa's Suzanne.
Good morning. So you didn't know it when you walked in here, but you're going to be singing along with me on this song today. This song is called Step Into Love. It's an original song. It's about making the choice, just like the prayer said. Make the choice every day of what mindset you're in, and you can choose to step into love. All right, guys. The sun is shining. The world around me is so alive. The birds, they are singing. Together we celebrate our lives. But when times, they seem crazy, you're feeling down, you're feeling blue, just remember that God is within you. And this is all you need to do. Step into love. Today I choose to step into love. I'm gonna make love mine. You sing, step into love. The light of God surrounds me. Everybody, yes, step into love. Today I choose. You sing, step into love. I'm gonna make love mine. Step into love. The light of God surrounds me. Everybody, yes, step in my life is amazing. I see God in everything that I do, and I know there's something special in store for me and you. So when times they seem crazy, you're feeling down, you're feeling blue, just remember that God is within you. And this is all you need to do. You say, step into love. Today I choose to step into love. I'm gonna make love mine. Step into love. The light of God surrounds me. Everybody, yeah, you sing, step into love. Today I choose to Step into love, I'm gonna make love mine. Step into love, the light of God surrounds me. All right, now we're gonna break it down, and here's what we're gonna say. Today I'm gonna step into love. You say, today I'm gonna step into love. Today I'm gonna step into love. You sing. Today I'm gonna step into love. All right, let's pick it up a little bit. Today I'm gonna step into love. A little louder, come on. Today I'm gonna step into love. 2 more times. Today I'm gonna step into love. Last time. Step into love. Today I choose to step into love. I'm gonna make love mine. Step into love, the light of God surrounds me. All right, now sing this one out loud because it's your last time. Step into love, today I choose to step into love. I'm gonna make love mine. Step into love, the light of God surrounds me. Everybody, yes, step into love. All right, thank you so much. Thank you for singing with me on that song. And to my daughter, Serenity, on the stage with me, and our wonderful band. Thank you.
Thank you, band. Thank you, Melissa, Suzanne, and thank you, Serenity. That was great. Let's give them another hand, shall we? Oh, woo! All right. Grand Rising, everyone. My name is Alice Reid, and I'm the spiritual director here. I am so happy to be back with you again after my travels. I had a delightful opportunity to be in a spiritual retreat with a number of our co-conspirators in this thing called Centers for Spiritual Living. The International Centers for Spiritual Living does a in-person gathering every year, and one year it's the convention. This year it was the summer retreat, and we were in Banff. It was quite an amazing opportunity to be in the Canadian Rockies at 5,000 or 6,000 feet up, and also to be with about 250 of my closest friends. The retreat was deep, and there was wonderful music and inspiring speakers, and it was very rejuvenating. There were workshops, and they did beautiful rituals after each session, and I had an opportunity to do some deep dives. The theme was the hero's journey. And I really love the hero's journey because it's almost like a transparency that you can put on our own spiritual journeys as we move through our spiritual tasks. I was reminded the other day, somebody said to me, well, you've been doing this work for decades. And I thought, decades? Really? Decades? Yeah, decades. And I can still be brought to my knees by life. You know, I can still get that gut punch when stuff doesn't quite work out well. This year we're, and that's sort of a brief lead-in to what we're going to talk about today. This year we're looking at this beautiful topic of rising higher, growing deeper. This month, the topic is On the Wings of Love. And today we're talking about soaring in love. Soar in love and the freedom that forgiveness brings. Now, when I was last with you on the first Sunday of the month, I talked about this topic of love, but I also talked about the importance of weaving forgiveness into the theme this month because it really is, you know, Ernest Holmes, who's the founder of Centers for Spiritual Living, has this wonderful quote that love points the way and the law makes the way possible. And I would add that love points the way and forgiveness clears the way, and then the law makes the way possible. And so forgiveness is so much more than an apology. It is really about release. And so today we're looking at this. I would be remiss in saying thank you to Reverend Karen for her beautiful talk on the second Sunday, where she talked about, that first talk was launching love. The second talk that Reverend Karen gave us was the ascent to love, and she talked about the power of bringing in loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity to bring us to a real sense of true happiness from within. It was a beautiful talk. It said so much more than that. But it's this idea where you might be catching a little bit of an arc in the month's talks as we launched, and then we ascended, and then we're soaring. And so we are looking at the flight path that we have when we're on this spiritual journey, when we're doing that deep, I was going to say dive, but deep flight into looking at love. Reverend Darrell Jones writes, "Love isn't the absence of bumps. It's the presence of love that carries us through them." And so when we think about being on an airplane, sometimes you run into a little turbulence, right? And it can feel really jarring when that plane starts, it's actually kind of like I always remind myself, it's just air. Because it's kind of like when you ever skip a stone on a lake, and you kind of toss it in front. Well, that's what the plane is doing. It's just bumping into air. And so this idea of being on this wings of love is that it is always with us, even when we hit those bumpy spots. And so today we'll look at a little bit of the turbulence to keep with the arc of this idea of flying and how we can soar. And I'm going to suggest that there are 3 steps that we can take to really engage this process of soaring, and they are letting go, showing up, and then soaring. Letting go, showing up, and then soaring. And I'll again be talking about forgiveness as the door that really opens us to freedom. And so I'm going to be looking at a couple of bodies of work. Have y'all heard of the Course in Miracles? Yes. Yeah, anybody not hear of the Course in Miracles? Yeah, it's pretty well known. You may not know that there's another body of work that is purportedly, I'll put it that way, the continuation of A Course in Miracles, and it's called A Course of Love. And the Course of Love was also channeled material, and it is said to have been that next iteration when we do all the work with our mind, right? I remember first opening the Course in Miracles, and it's like, this is not a chair that sits in front of me. Like you're really looking at your thinking in the Course in Miracles and trying to unburden yourself from thoughts that keep us stuck in the here and now. Thoughts that keep us from being in the here and now and really embodying forgiveness. But the Course of Love takes it to this next step where we really embody love, where it becomes a wholehearted experience. And so we'll be looking at wholeheartedness and union. And I'm going to bring in the science of mind alignment with how our mind works with the law to create form and how we can do that anew. And then I'll introduce you to a couple of practices. So A Course of Love, that companion work to A Course in Miracles, invites us to let go of the head striving, that place where we're constantly trying to wrestle with our thoughts, and drop into our heart that has the power to cut through any idea, any thought, any cycle of thinking that you might find yourself stuck in. It is the alchemist of spirit. And so the Course in Love invites us to allow our head and our heart to begin acting as one. And we're not trying to fix things. I love the metaphor. I remember when I was early in my studies with this particular philosophy, and I was learning about oneness and how our thoughts create things and how we can get lost in our thoughts. the image came to me that when I am trying to fix things at the level of form, it's like standing in front of the mirror in the bathroom and trying to brush my hair in the mirror. But we are drenched in this world of form and condition, and so it's organic to want to brush your hair in the mirror, so to speak, to want to fix things out there. And sure, there's a lot of things that need to be lifted up, a lot of things that need to be moved and transformed, but everything starts right where you're at. You are the center of change. You are the center of the universe. The universe centers itself in each one of us. And so as we're looking at this idea of soaring in love, sometimes we have to start where we're at. We have to start with whatever is in front of us that might be leading us to an opportunity. I'll put it that way, an opportunity. Sometimes have you heard of AFGOS? AFGOS, it's an acronym, another freaking growth opportunity. Yeah. And you can use whatever F word you want with that. Depends on the intensity of your AFGO. So we're in this course of love. It's not about fixing anything out there. It's not about even fixing our thoughts. It's about allowing our heart to be the transmitter of spirit so that whatever it is that is ready to be more present with spirit aligns itself with your mind. So it's a little bit of a deeper practice than just change your thinking, change your life. It's open your heart and then watch how your thinking changes and then watch how it flows out into your life. We're talking about this and the science of mind absolutely sources us when we are looking at this opportunity to be more in love with life and ourselves and the world. The Course in Love is really reminding us that it's more about being than doing, and that being always has to precede doing, and that acceptance opens us to willingness, and then willingness opens us to presence, and then presence guides us, tells us what's next. And sometimes, and often what happens for me, it probably doesn't happen for any of you, but what often happens for me is I bypass all that and I go right from my mind to the thing that's out there, as opposed to allowing it to settle within me and move through my heart and help me to discern what is mine to do and how love wants to show up in a situation. I watched a TV series recently, and I do not recommend it. Called Disclaimer. I don't know if any of you have seen it, but it's the story about how our perceptions are often faulty. Our perceptions of what we think we see are often faulty. And the story unfolds that you think it's one thing, and it turns out to be something completely different. And unless we're curious, unless we're stopping our meaning-making mind from making stuff up and really be present with whatever's happening in the moment, we're going to make something up. And we're not going to really tap into truth, and we're not going to really tap into that place of union that we can get with one another. There's a piece that I read recently that said, we are not trying to forgive at others, but with others. So that when we're moving through a process of forgiveness, this is a relationship activity. It is not me showing up and I'm going to bestow my forgiveness. And I may know you, and you may be a public figure, and you might be everything in between. It might be an institution, but this is my opportunity to let love guide me so that I can be present with whatever is the true opportunity before me to open up, to let go. And so that's the first step of letting go. We have to let go of our first impression. We may be able to pick it up later, but we want to be clear. We really want to be clear, and so we drop into a place of surrendering from first being before doing, and knowing that we are definitely aligned with love and law, knowing that we are absolutely opening ourselves to divine guidance because it is available to each and every one of us all the time. Not just when you're sitting here hanging out with us in Centers for Spiritual Living, not when you're just doing your spiritual practice, not when you're just being all spiritual. Divine guidance is available to you, but are you available to it? That's the real question that you have to ask yourself. And so when we show up with presence, Thich Nhat Hanh in the Book of the Month, which I'm not grabbing right now and I should have written down, he has these 4 statements that he recommends we use as a mantra as we're moving into this process of letting go and showing up and soaring. He says when we find ourselves in those bumpy places, the first thing to recognize, and he says it's so sweet when you read it actually in the book, he says, "Darling, I am here for you." You can say that to another person, or you can imagine Spirit saying it to you. The second statement that he recommends we embrace is simply coming to a space and saying, "I know you are there and I am happy." So knowing that we are present in union either with another human being, with Spirit, all of the above. Darling, I know you are there and I'm happy. The third statement he recommends that we bring into our practice is full of compassion. I don't know if you know any of Thich Nhat Hanh's work. He's the master of compassion. And so this third statement is, "Darling, I know you are suffering." It's an opportunity for us to really be present with someone, not to fix their suffering, not to make it go away. How many of you are with somebody and they start weeping, and the first thing you want to do is give them a Kleenex, right? We want to make it all better. We want to dry their tears. And I have trained myself to say, it's okay. Just release. Because tears are an emotional release, however that shows up for you, because we all move through that kind of emotion in our own way. And so Thich Nhat Hanh says, just drop yourself into this place of compassion and be present with somebody's suffering. And then the last one I think is the most powerful. And it's the one we say to ourselves and to those around us. "Darling, I am suffering. Please help." "Darling, I am suffering. Please help." What a sweet thing to drop into that level of vulnerability, to know that you are safe with fellow flight travelers along the road, to be able to recognize when you need a little help. Not the first place I go. How about you guys? I was taught to be strong. I was taught to be independent. And life reinforced that lesson for me over and over and over again in my relationships, in my work. And so being vulnerable and being willing to ask for help takes practice. And sometimes we could just say that to ourselves, right? We could say that to whatever God you pray to. We could say that to whatever Spirit works for you. "Darling, I'm suffering. Please help." And then we have, as I have said that prayer, because as I said, as I started my remarks, I've been doing this work for 40 years, and I can still be dropped to my knees. When I moved here, my relationship did not survive the trip. and I remember when it was really at my lowest, I called a practitioner and I said, I'm suffering and I need help. And that practitioner didn't try to fix me, didn't try to pray it away. They were just there with me in my suffering. And it was just part of the process of moving through, of letting go so that I could show up. Because sometimes all that stuff just gets in the way. And it's not that we have to, I realize what I'm saying, that's a habit of mine, that all that stuff that gets in the way, but sometimes that's the stuff that cleans us out. That's the stuff that moves through us so that we can soar, so that we can begin to touch the freedom of love that wants to move through us. And so when we hit those bumps in the road, it's an opportunity for us to navigate that turbulence, to begin to look at where it is we've placed our energy and consciously and intentionally redirect our energy. And we don't do that by running away from it. I'm famous for cut and run. When I'm in pain, I just want to be out. I want the pain to stop. Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't? But if I can pause, I can be present, I can seek guidance, and then I can really show up for wherever I'm at. I can allow love to guide me through whatever it is so that I can come to a place of a deeper relationship and union with love, whether it's in a relationship with one human being or a group of human beings, a country. So in order for us to really do this work, we have to be willing to open our hearts. And I, speaking from my own experience, when I'm in a challenging situation, when I'm in the turbulence, I'm not thinking, oh, this is the time to be vulnerable and open my heart. I'm batting down the hatches. I'm looking for something to give me some comfort. I'm looking for a way out. And I'm suggesting that we look at Thich Nhat Hanh's beautiful statements of compassion, both compassion for the other and compassion for ourselves, and center ourselves for a minute with those 4 statements so that we can be present for the guidance that is not going to give us the temporary Band-Aid relief, but is going to heal us from the inside out. A lot of times the pain that we experience comes from the story, right? I told you my little story of a relationship that didn't make it through the move when I moved here, and I had a lot of stories around that. And it's taken some time for me to let go of those stories. It's taken time for me to get a different perspective, and it's taken spiritual practice. And it's taken a reliance on something that's all of who I am and is so much greater than I am to bring me to a more open-hearted experience. And so I'd like to suggest that we play with our stories for just a minute. And I know this might not be easy for everyone, and so I just ask you to trust me as we do this practice of checking in with ourselves, is looking at the stories that we're carrying and looking for some, and when I use the term forgiveness, I'm really talking about release. And so if you are willing, I'd like you to close your eyes for just a second. A couple moments, actually. And take a deep cleansing breath. And set an intention with each breath that you take. The intention to be present. And then I invite you to bring a story forward. Some story that's challenging you. It could be very personal, it could be global. And then in your mind, I invite you to say these words. I release the story. Love remains. And then ask yourself, am I willing to see this differently? And here I would invite you to put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. One hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Still remembering that story that you've brought forth. And just see if you can encapsulate it in about 5 words. Just 5 words. Not the whole big thing. Mine was, he left me. Yours will be personal to you. And then whisper to your heart and your mind, I release the story, and love remains. I release the story, and love remains. And then make the intention, I am willing to see things differently. And then I invite you to imagine for a moment that you are with the situation or the person or whatever has come up for you. And with your eyes closed or your gaze softened, use Thich Nhat Hanh's 4 statements. Start with, I'm here for you, darling. I know you are there, darling, and I am happy. Darling, I know you are suffering. And finally, darling, I am suffering. Please help. And then gently open your arms and spread your hands out wide without hurting your neighbor. And say, I choose oneness.
I choose oneness.
I am free to love.
I am free to love.
And notice the shift, however minor you may have had. Bringing that situation forward, choosing love, being very, very intimate with it. I am here. I know you are here and I'm happy. I know you are suffering. I am suffering. Please help. Being present and then being willing to be different and let love lead the way. And this is when we find freedom. And this is when we soar. When we can move through that. And you may need to do it more than once. You may need to do it more than once because it is bringing ourselves to a new frame of mind. It is bringing ourselves to an open heart. It's bringing ourselves to self-compassion and to compassion with each other. And like I did in the first week, I will be publishing those steps for you in my blog, and they'll be on our newsletter. If you want to practice them, I'm going to invite you through this week to really be willing to be present. In the morning, I'm inviting you to awaken to the acceptance of who you are. And I'm going to dare you to look in the mirror and say, I love you. I am here for you. I know you are here for me. To open your day to an acceptance of yourself and your life. To live in union. And then midday, use one of those interactions, those 4 statements of Thich Nhat Hanh. Use them in a real interaction. Find an opportunity. You don't have to use all 4. You'll know what's appropriate because you have started your day with acceptance and you have been inviting the willingness to guide you through the day. So midday, one of those sentences you can say to somebody in the grocery store line, somebody who seems really tired. You can simply say, I'm here for you. How are you? It can be really simple or it can be really meaningful indeed. It is that practice of inviting ourselves to presence, to what wants to bring us forward in the moment. And then in the evening, this might feel counterintuitive, but I'm going to invite you to bring anew, and that is to let go of the day and to step into whatever spiritual practice you do, whether it's journaling, affirmative prayer, a compassion and check-in with yourself, but to begin to really let go of the day so that you can go to sleep anew with your spiritual practice. This business about love and really diving deep with it and allowing ourselves to know that love points the way and that forgiveness makes the way clear and that law makes the way possible. This is a new way to approach love. Maybe it's not new to many of you who have been practicing this teaching for a long time, but it is an invitation to bring it forward and to renew it within yourselves as we move through this week. Thank you very much. And as usual, I'm really running over, so I'll do a very brief affirmative prayer. God is love. God is joy. God is beauty. I am love. I am joy. I am beauty. And knowing this truth about spirit, knowing this truth about life, bringing that awareness deeper into my soul, I know I'm free. I am free in the sunlight of the Spirit as I move through this week, as I'm willing to be vulnerable and intimate and real. I feel the presence of God everywhere I look, everywhere I step, everywhere I am. And so it is. Thank you. And now it's time to bring back our band. And Melissa Suzanne, let's give her a big hand.
You're going to know this song. It's called I Trust in God. We're just going to groove with it and sing along together. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. Now you sing. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I surrender, I surrender. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I surrender and I surrender. I trust in God. Now you sing that part. I surrender, I surrender. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I surrender, I surrender. I trust in God. All right, band, play us something. All right, everyone, let's come back in together. We say, I'm thankful. Let me hear you out. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. Let's take just the ending. We say, I trust in God. Let me hear you sing it out. Come on. I trust in God. Last time we say, I trust in God. Yeah. Thank you. And can we have a round of applause for this band who plays with us every single week, giving you beautiful music every single week. We are so lucky to have them with us. Thank you.
To Suzanne. I love that chant. I love that. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. I don't know about you, but I feel like I've been fed a banquet of spiritual food today. Thank you so much, Dr. Alice, and the music and everything. It's been wonderful. So what we believe is that we give where we're spiritually fed. And if in your program there's a page, and oh my, we are so techie now. I'm so old school. It's either cash or a check, but here we go. We have so many ways for you to give. We have a QR code that's right here. You can donate through PayPal, Venmo, or Apple Pay, or you can use your credit card or your debit card, or you can scan the code and go to Zelle, or you can go to our website and donate that way, or you could just be here now and put, like I do, write the check or put the cash in. So this is our time for our conscious, committed giving, and if the stewards would please come forward. On that same page is our affirmation that we affirm together. So let us read that together. My offering is my acceptance of God as the source of my supply, and it symbolizes my faith in the abundant flow of this supply. Thank you.
You are the face of God. hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of God.
As these financial gifts circulate through our community, we know that each recipient is blessed with divine abundance. We are so grateful for the energy of God as money. Thank you, God, for the gift of prosperity. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. So we have every week, every month, every day, have people that come and volunteer and give their service, give their time, their treasure, their talents to our center. And we're so grateful for each and every one of you. If you've been in service this week, if you could please stand so we can acknowledge you and thank you for your gift. Among these people are practitioners. A practitioner is trained in the art and the science of affirmative prayer. This is how we were, Dr. Ernest Holmes, who wrote the Science of Mind textbook, taught us to pray, affirmative prayer. And so today our practitioners are Faith Mackey, Kathy Story, and Tony Sparks, and they're available to you after the service in the back of the room. And if you have hit a bump in your road or can't see the forest for the trees sometimes, need someone else to see the truth for you and know that truth, that you are loved and that you are there, you are doing the best that you can do, these practitioners will pray with you. So give yourself that gift and see them today. If you need a longer session for a practitioner, we have many practitioners that are available to you, and their phone numbers are in the back. Yes, I'm not sure. On the website, the phone numbers are on the website. Okay, Dr. Now Dr. Alice.
Do the announcements from up here today. But these are wonderful invitations that we have for you. As you can see, I am adorned in the Gourmet for God. We actually added gatherings and gourmets for God. We are in the final 2 weeks of our bidding, and so I invite you to check that out in the multipurpose room. As you might notice, Mary is standing at the back of the room, and if this is your first time here, please let us know, because we have a little gift for you, and it is a copy of the Science of Mind magazine. It's a past issue that has all the great articles in it, and so if this is your first time here, would you please raise your hand so we could acknowledge you and give you a gift? Anybody? Oh, welcome, 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 welcome. All right, Mary will bring you a little gift. Normally we have a guest book in the lobby, but we have a sign-up sheet, so we'd ask you to Please leave your contact information with us. We want to get to know you, to know how we can serve you and what you're looking for. So please avail yourself to the guest sheet in the lobby on the music stand. Speaking of Science of Mind magazine, the September-October issue is out. It's out on the back. Who subscribes to the Science of Mind magazine? Well, then it looks like we have enough for the rest of you. So the magazine is closing in on its 100th year, but it doesn't look like it's 100 years old because there's a lot of great information in the Science of Mind magazine. You get 2 months' worth of daily guides and content for a reasonable $11.95. Very, very reasonable price for all that content. So I wanted to let you know they are out and available. And we still have some copies of last 2 months if you're interested. Let's see. The Conscious Connection Gathering will be in the lobby at 12 o'clock noon for a conversation about what you heard today. And I have a little handout to give to Mary for all the things that I brought to the talk today so that you can review some of that. As we've already talked about, we have not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 10 events that you have an opportunity to sign up for Gourmets for God. So check it out. This is one of our most best fundraisers and also fundraisers. It's an opportunity to be in community with other people, to help raise money for our community, to make new alliances and friendships. And so I invite you to see if there's anything that interests you, and you can find it in the right by the front doors of the multipurpose room. Hey, the big news? What's the big news? Karen, do I have some big news?
Huge news.
Huge news. Next week, these guys, we're going to be treating us to a concert. And so I invite you to join us because they're also going to be joined by Melissa Suzanne and Kelly Corsino. So it promises to be a really fun time. That'll be 12:15 to 1:15, and we have a fundraiser. This is a fundraiser for the music program. We're also doing an opportunity drawing, so you might have seen Kathy in the lobby with the bucket of money. She's raising money for our band as well. It's a really important part of what we do, and this helps us to fund it. So I hope you'll join us. I hope you'll bring a friend. There'll be a love offering for the concert as well. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. Let's see. There's the healing sound bath that happens on the first Sunday. Mark your calendars. It's the second Sunday in September and October. So we're moving the sound bath to the second Sunday in September and October. And if you haven't been to the sound bath, you might want to check it out.
Or is it the other office? The sound bath, is it here?
Oh, yes. Yeah. No, we couldn't fit all that in our office's space. It's always here, and it's been here every month since we moved here. Mondays with Mary, with Donald Neil Wash. Oh, and Mary wants to remind you, please bring the handouts to the back of the room so that we can recycle them. There's not going to be any yoga this week or the week after that because our beloved Mike Ward, do you know where Mike is? Burning Man. I can't wait to see the pictures. If you don't know what Burning Man is, come talk to me. I will tell you all about it.
Stays at Burning Man. What happens at Burning Man stays at.
What's that?
What happens at Burning Man stays at.
Well, and on Facebook. What happens at Burning Man stays at Burning Man and then sometimes ends on Facebook because it's actually an amazing, I would say, art installation, if you will. People just show up to, that's a whole other talk. Let's go on. Coming Home to Awakening, it will be on Zoom on Friday, and you can get a print version of all the things that are going on because it's a lot, right? It's hard to keep track of it all, so grab a print version on your way out. And now, and next week, Love's Descent. Love's Descent. I'll be talking about that, and our guest musician will be Kelly Corsino. So you be there or be square, folks. Let's invite our songbirds back up to take us out in a good way.
Yeah, big way.
We're soaring with the soundbirds.
Yes. All right, let's stand for our closing song. And if you want to join hands with someone, feel free. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. When God has created, we are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Look at somebody next to you and say, I love you. I love you. And so it is.